har kommet til Stockholm på nevrologikonferanse. Etter at jeg møtte Parkinsons Movement-folka, Sara, Tom og John, så skjer det ting. De er så optimistiske, har så peiling, kompetente, og de har Parkinson alle tre.
There's nothing that can undo my optimism about, and it may be optimism, maybe I don't know what it is.
It is optimism, or
well, I don't know. Yes. I mean, most people would say it's optimism. I have a belief. You know, I don't think it is optimism. I believe that my condition eventually will be reversed. I absolutely believe that. And
everyone else has different.
I know, but that's because
Do you believe in God or a miracle or?
No, I've seen people get better within this condition. I've seen people recover.
They're still better.
They were. There was one chap who I've seen who was the treatment that he was on was taken away from him, and I can't really talk about it too much because of the placebo effect. But I've seen one person whose treatment was taken away from him, who went on improving for 3 years after. There are ways to tackle this condition. Parkinson's, to begin with, is a mental illness. It's mental in terms of it's emotional. It's emotionally draining, and gradually you get stronger and stronger, and that's what it's all about. It's about conquering it within yourself. So that the first 3 years are a nightmare. I mean, I was in desperate strait for the first 3 years of Parkinson's. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't admit it to myself. And then you get to a stage where you do admit it and you accept it as part of who you are. And that's something you have to do, and everyone has to go through. So it's a tough period, though. It's a really tough period. I would say that I'm better off now. My quality of life is better now than it was after 3 years with Parkinson's, and that may shock you because you've seen some of my symptoms. I think Parkinson's is a journey, and I think once you've been on that journey for a certain length of time, however long that may be, for me it was about 3 or 4 years before I suddenly realised that actually it's not so much about physical condition. My physical condition is not good. It's about attitude. And I think once you establish that you are going to fight this condition, and suddenly you realise that it's not just about you, it's about everyone, then you can look to the bigger picture, and it's then that you realise that actually, you know, by being someone with Parkinson's, with experience and with insight, you can do some good.
I cannot understand why it's so hard to find out what Parkinson's is. Well, it's the brain, of course. It's the okay.
Well, is it the brain? It could be the whole body, couldn't it? And it just manifests itself in the brain. I think this is one of the problems actually that we have with Parkinson's, is that neurology is just one way of looking at it. I mean, Parkinson's may be endocrinology, it may be gastroenterology, it may be immunology. There's a culture in medicine that you listen to your practitioner and you heed what he or she says, and that they are the boss. But actually, you are the boss.
That's what I've been thinking too.
And you call the tune, and you put together the network of people who you want around you to get the most out of you. So yes, I mean, alternative treatments, try all these things, you know. It's very important that you remain you. You remain true to who you are. And because that was the biggest worry when I was at your stage. I was worried about. I was living in a tragedy of my perceived future. You know, you know, you can only think of not how you are today, but how you're going to be tomorrow. And that's the wrong thing to do, because you've got to live for today. You shouldn't look at me and think, oh God, when am I going to be like that? Because you'll never be like that.
You think I'm doing the right thing to look for eating blueberries and
yes,
taking solarium and all this?
I do actually. Yes, I think through investigating yourself, you learn more about the condition. You learn more about yourself, and you can engage with your condition so that you can work out what patterns work for you, and you work out what's right for you.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, I've chosen sort of in my Parkinson's treatment. I could have gone down very many routes, and I've chosen to sort of keep my ability to communicate as the most important thing for me.
To keep your voice and
to keep
pronunciation.
Yeah, not so much that. I mean that's it in a nutshell. Yes, but it's deeper than that, because I think communication is about saying who you are. And if you can't say who you are, then that's the time when you lose dignity, I think.
And maybe as I look under different stones and there is nothing there, I might go down in the basement for a while.
Yeah, but
there's always another.
There's always something new.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of treatments which I hold out huge hopes for. And if they pass me by, if they fail, then I don't know. Will I go down? Yes, I'll go down for a while, like you will. But then something else will crop up. So I mean, while you're looking for, you're unearthing things to improve your quality of life, or your physical symptoms. I'm trying to unearth things which are going to reverse my symptoms. So which take a bit longer. So it's kind of sort of a longer process I'm going through, but the same process as you're going through.